Hey everybody, how you doing? I am going to tell you a few little effects that you might think about using when you're making your experimental project. Um, I think these projects are almost more fun to make than they are to watch. You want to think about it almost like being a kid again, where you're just experimenting with different effects and seeing what kind of weird what kind of weird imagery you can come up with. Like, for example, this is I took some of that Rome footage and did a few little experimental things, just playing around with the different effects. I didn't use that many different transitions, but I encourage you to see if you can find something that you feel like has a mood to it that you like, or just as cool. So this, I think, was probably my most successful image. It's surreal, isn't it? So this, the original image is this fountain. I first put a black and white effect on it, and let me show you where I'm getting these things. So you want to go to your overflow menu, go to effects, and then video effects down here. And I believe black and white is either in the color or image control. Let's see. No, there's a tint in there that you can use. If you don't want to use black and white, you can use any other color and white. If you can't find something, go to your little eyeglass here, and you probably know this. Black and white. And it should come up. My computer's been horrible all day. Ugh. Let's see if it'll come up now. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in there, isn't there? Huh. Just plain old black and white. Where are you? Here we go. Image control, black and white. So you notice it brings up all these other Nikon D800. These are kind of fun. They're filters that make your footage look like it's from a certain kind of camera. And so that's the other filter I have on here. When I look, I just randomly picked one, and it was this Lumetri color Fuji Eterna 250D. So that's, I suppose, either a film stock or a camera. Anyway, it gives it kind of like an old-fashioned, little bit of a peach tone. I just liked it. All right. And then the other thing I did was I put a mirror effect on here. And when let's see here, the reflection center is adjustable. So I can move it down like that, or I can move it up. Maybe that would actually be cooler, like that. And the angle is 90 degrees, which means it's going to be straight down, but you can also make it an odd angle. I don't know. I just liked 90. And so then when you watch it, it's trippy, right? It's just like, what's happening? That's kind of what you want with a art experimental, that the person has to look twice. They're not exactly sure what they're seeing. Here's the effects that I have on that. And I tried a different effect for each clip. So this is a composite of two clips together. One is the flag, and one is a guy playing a stand-up bass. So I like the flowiness of the flag. I just thought it would look good. It kind of has a musical feel to me, very fluid. And then I just wanted to emphasize the guy's hands on the cello. So I blew up the scale of this to 200% right here on the scale. I could have made it more, I could have made it less, I could have moved it around like that. So there's all kinds of things you can do. Again, you just kind of want to turn your mind off almost and just decide more by your gut reaction if you're going to keep something or not. This is, I put a lens flare This is the original clip. It's black and white. It has that Fujichrome Eterna filter, and then I also added a lens flare. You can see it right here. Okay, the lens flare is kind of subtle. Maybe it looks like some kind of a alien or something. I don't know. And I also keyframed the lens flare so it kind of subtly moves across the frame as the camera movement happens. Again, just trying to think of all kinds of different things, that you could try. This is probably my weirdest one. This definitely looks like some kind of I don't know, a robot's looking at this. So I have two different clips stacked on top of each other here. The first one is the guy walking. See here, it's kind of a boring clip. He's in slow-mo walking around a building. And then underneath the clip on the bottom is this drone shot of traffic. So in order to just more or less make this one some kind of abstraction, I went to, actually we'll look at it here. I went to find something that would make it unrecognizable, I suppose is what I was looking for. So I went to, am I on the wrong one? Yeah, it should be on here. I went to Mosaic. Mosaic, I'll take the effect off. Yeah, you can see the street reappears, and then I put the effect back on. I liked how that blended together. Again, you have that, what is happening? It messes with your head a little bit. This is just a posterize filter. This is a little bit of trickery. So this is essentially the same clip stacked on top of itself. And the top one is the normal clip, how it was put into the sequence. But then the bottom clip, I hit a, I guess it's not going to show it. I hit a horizontal flip. Okay, and that basically just, like it sounds, it flips the image horizontally. There's also a vertical flip if that works better for your image. And then if I had just left it like that, you would have only seen the top layer. Okay, so this is, I cropped it. Do you see when I take that other image off, I cropped the layer on the right-hand side, so it's like a mirror effect. Because I just thought that would look cool with he's looking up at the ceiling. It's a cool pattern. Yeah. So this one, I reversed the clip. I find that when I go to speed duration, I slowed it way down, 50%, and then I hit this reverse speed, and that simply reverses the clip. So instead of going in towards the center, you see people are walking backwards and I'm pulling away. It just reversed what was originally happening in the clip. I added some heartbeats down here. That's always good for art experimental. It makes things seem ominous. And then this last one was kind of, just throw the kitchen sink at it. This guy, oh, I didn't mean to open that. Here's the original clip. It's this guy dancing around. It just seemed to beg for some gridding. So what I have on this clip is actually echo. Echo is kind of like it, you can see it looks like a little bit of a motion blur, and that's adjustable. This will slow your machine down though, I'm warning you. So it takes a lot of processing for your computer to make that look decent. And then we've got the replicate here. And so this is also adjustable. What if I put 4? Will it do it? Yeah, it just takes my computer a little bit of time to do that. And it's not running very well. when I export it, you'll be able to see, you know, that how that looks kind of big. It's just kind of fun to do. Let's make this 3. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's make it 3. Yeah, you can make it like super, super small, or that thinks it's 16. There you go. Anyway, just a few things that you can, that's basically an afternoon of messing around, looking in my video effects, just trying one after the other. Another thing you want to just sort of think about when you're trying to create something different, you can always go to your blend mode here. It's under opacity. And when you're stacking things like this, if I select that top clip and I hit soft light, is it going to show me anything? My poor computer. See how it changes like it's a ghost or something, you know? And you can experiment with all those different, I like multiply. I use multiply quite a bit. Yeah, so you can give it a whole different look based on the blend mode. I think I had it as normal before. But this is something that you can do to create a different look. Like, I didn't really talk too much about transitions, but you've got a whole pack of transitions here. You've got dissolves. You've got these irises that, let's see if we can make one happen. Yeah. Well, my computer is running slow, but yeah, check those out. Just, it's about trying stuff and choosing what looks good to your eye and also serves the project. What mood are you trying to create? Are you trying to create a creepy mood, a hyper, you know, reality mood? Just art and experimental, kind of anything goes, and that's what makes it fun. Don't worry too much about it. It's really more about getting to use all the effects and stuff in Premiere than it is about, you know, creating some interesting story. It doesn't even have to be a story. It can just be imagery that you find interesting and it was fun, and you'll definitely learn something from it. All right, I'm going to export this so you can see the weirdness and and start on your own art experimental project.